evening. Thank you for being patient, waiting for us. Now, 9 minutes past 6 p.m. Bali time. In the process of waiting for the thousands of friends who are going to join us in this session, simply to warming our memory, because the weather here in northern part of Bali, high mountain, little bit cold. Now we warm our memory, at the same time preparing our mind and heart to discuss the new topic this evening, which is spiritual healing. The topic which is a little bit harder than usual, because we are going to enter the deeper layer of healing. Some of you who do deep research on healing, there are multiple layers of healing. There are multiple layers. It is not one layer, but multiple layers. When it comes to physical and biological healing only, there are many definitions about healing. Mental healing also the same, even more complicated. The most complicated one is spiritual healing. This evening, we are going to discuss the most complicated phase of healing, which is spiritual healing. In the past, when the challenge of our time is a little bit easier, there were few people who are interested in spiritual healing. Nowadays, where the challenge of the life is far more difficult, especially in the long pandemic crisis, many people are beginning to be interested in spiritual healing. Include medical doctor. I am one of the subscriber of Harvard Medical School. Keep reading the journal every month. Even in Harvard Medical School, healer, all of them are medical doctor, begin to learn about positive psychology, which is part of mental healing. Some of them also begin to talk about spiritual healing, because as we all know, we cannot separate between body, mind, and spirit. It is like drinking Coca-Cola, for example. The water, the sugar are there already. We cannot separate. The same thing happens with body, mind, and spirit. It is mixed inside. The healing will be far from complete if we focus on the physical and biological healing only. The healing will not be complete if we talk only the mental and psychological side of healing only. The same thing happens when we focus only to spiritual healing only. Since this deep inside us, body, mind, spirit are perfectly in one. Some of you who learn astrobiology, one of the famous person in the world who are deeply interested in astrobiology is Deepak Chopra. Dr. Deepak Chopra, an Indian man, a medical doctor, very famous man in the world, is very interested in astrobiology. When it comes to healing, Deepak Chopra himself involving not only the biological aspect, psychological aspect, the spiritual aspect, also including the cosmic aspect of healing. Just for example, atom as the important part of our body. We take it every day from our in-breath, from the burning star. So what we see and what we call in daily life as physical body, the atom especially come from the burning star. The simple message, when we talk about body, when we talk about healing ourselves, it is too simple if we focus on this physical body only. It is too narrow, too simple. So that's why when we combine the idea of body, mind, spirit, talking about biology only is not enough. Focusing on psychology only is also not enough. Even focusing on the spirituality only also not enough. We need more wider horizons about healing. So that's why at the beginning of our session 2 days ago, in the time when there is conclusion that there is illness in your own body, like infected by COVID-19 or laboratorium test concluding that you are infected by cancer, do not make a hurry conclusion in the mind that you will certainly die. No, it is dangerous. Don't. Because laboratorium test is only one point of view. It is not the only point of view. Laboratorium test only measuring the biological and the physical aspect of our body. There is psychological aspect, there is spiritual aspect. If you want to be more deeper, there is cosmic aspect. So don't make a hurry conclusion because you are infected by COVID-19 or cancer even. Don't make a hurry conclusion that you will certainly die. There is only one point of view. In the moment when you get bad news that illness is there in your body, the first part of your body which need healing is mental healing, especially stress. The deeper your stress, the worse the impact of illness to you. But if you are able to manage your stress, then the negative impact of bad news about illness will be not as bad as imagined before. For that reason, in the moment when there is bad news that you are infected by COVID-19, for example, manage your stress. Manage your stress. The way to manage your stress, remember, stress is a feedback that inside there are too many negative energy. You need balancing energy, more positive balancing energy like music, reading the book that you like, meeting the person who can make you easily laughter. Positive balancing energy, the first one. The second one is manage your hope. Make the hope closer to reality. Because one of the important root of stress is the hope is far higher than the reality. The second medicines of stress. The third medicines of stress, remember, one of the friendly seed inside is positive holistic thinking. I keep sharing to all of you, as soon as the mind is positive and holistic, the flow of the blood to the brain, especially the front part of the brain, getting easier and better. Since the brain is a master organ which influencing all organ in the body, as soon as the brain getting healthier, the other organ also getting healthier. So that is why the positive holistic thinking is very important, not only for your own physical health, not only for your own mental health, but also spiritual health. Especially because when we talk about spiritual healing, spiritual connectedness is very important. It is hard to imagine there is spiritual connection if you have a negative critical mind. Not saying impossible, simply hard to imagine. But it is easier to access spiritual connection if you keenly develop a positive holistic thinking in the mind. The implications of positive holistic thinking is not only to the brain but also to spiritual connection, the way you manage stress. As I said at the beginning, there are multiple layers of meaning. There are multiple layers meaning of healing. Now we are 20 minutes past 6 p.m. Bali time. As I promised before, we are going to discuss about spiritual healing. It is easier to the sunshine entering the house if the window and the door is open. It is easier to the light of Guru shining into your heart if the mind is a little bit calmer. As I keep sharing to all of you, soul know all the answer. The only challenge is how to silence the mind. Now, before discussing the topic of spiritual healing, let's spend a few minutes in meditation, simply to silence the mind, to let the soul give all of us the true answer. Cross the leg in order to avoid downward movement of energy. Make your back and head straight but relaxed. Your wings, make it natural. The positions of your hand, totally up to you as long as you are relaxed and natural. Open your eyes a little bit. Please do not watch my guided meditation by the time that you are driving car. Do not watch my guided meditation by the time you are riding motorcycle. It is dangerous. Now we are going to meditate. In the more advanced level, to meditate is to take a perfect rest. Only in the stage of perfect rest, you can rediscover the more powerful medicine which is provided by meditation, which is pure awareness. For that reason, rest the mind. Rest the mind from any kind of conflict and critic. Rest. All duality like sad, glad, joy, sorrow, pain, pleasure, right, wrong. It is the way the brain to understand reality. It is not reality. The reality is beyond any kind of duality. For that reason, be a witness. Be a witness. By the time you are witnessing all duality like pain, pleasure, sad, glad, remember to feel the gap between two breaths, between in-breath and out-breath, between out-breath and in-breath. There is a gap, less than 1 second. Simply feel that gap. Simply feel without negative, positive, without attachment and rejection. Simply feel the gap between two breaths. like someone who is standing in the river, in the bank of the river. Let all forms of thought, emotion, ideas flow. Remember, you are the one who is witnessing the current in the bank of the river. When you enter the stage of pure awareness, the monkey mind is still there. The jumping thought is still there. The duality is still there. But you are no longer sucked in the current. You are no longer sucked in the current. You are now someone who is standing in the bank of the river. That is pure awareness. That is also the most powerful medicine which is provided by meditation. Be a witness. Whatever the blessing in this moment, simply smile. Imagine you are someone who is standing in the bank of the river. Those ideas, emotions, thoughts are flowing river. The monkey mind is like flowing water in the river. Guilty feeling, depressed, anxiety, fear, panic, they are all like the current in the flowing river. You are now someone, a witness who is standing in the bank of the river. Even though monkey mind is still there, fear, doubt are still there. You are no longer sucked by the current. And the most important sign that you are now the pure awareness, standing in the bank of the river. The most important sign is beautiful smile. Smile, beautiful soul, smile. Everything is the dance of the same perfection. As I keep sharing to all of you, as the natural natures of water which is wet, the natural natures of flower which is beautiful, the natural natures of silence mind is full of compassion. You cannot separate between water and wet. You cannot separate between flower and beautiful. In the same way, you cannot separate between silence and compassion, wisdom and compassion. For that reason, as soon as we open our eyes now, please whisper deep into your soul the beautiful mantra of Aham Prema 3 times. Meaning, I am love who is here to share love. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Thank you. Students on the path of meditation, thank you. Now we are going to discuss about spiritual healing. Some of you who learn quantum physics especially know quantum physics is called as the physics with countless possibilities. There are many things which is impossible to modern science. It can become possible when you deeply understand quantum physics. There are many fields in science who begin to learn about quantum physics. The Balinese especially, are interested in the Niskala world. Niskala means the unseen world. When it comes to the physics, we explore a lot of parts of universe which is unseen. In the language of Balinese is the Niskala part. This evening, when we discuss about spiritual healing, we will discuss about the unseen parts of the body, the unseen part of universe as well. When it comes to Newtonian physics, Newton is the expert in this case. Atom mostly consists of matter. Matter and energy are something which is separate. That's Newtonian physics. But the breakthrough begin to open, being opened by the brilliant physicist Albert Einstein, which finding EMC square, meaning energy and matter are no longer separate. That is important gate which is opened by Albert Einstein, which make all the following physicists entering the world of quantum physics. To make the story short, simple but deep, in the world of quantum physics, atom, which is the dominant part of our body, atom is 99.9999% is energy. Let me repeat once again. This is explicitly published everywhere to the people who know deep about quantum physics. Atom, 99.9999% consists of energy, meaning less than 1% inside atom is physical substance. Less than 1%. If you focus the idea of healing on the physical healing, you touch only less than 1% of your body. Because atom, 99.999% is energy. Some of you who learn astrobiology know in this unlimited universe, Earth is one of the planets in this unlimited universe. Again, 99.999% is empty space. And inside those empty space, again, it is energy. The Balinese call it Niskala, the unseen world. Using the language of the physics, it is energy. For that reason, this beautiful evening, when I talk to you spiritual healing, I will focus to you the energy healing. Because 99.999% of the atom inside our body is energy. Less than 1% is physical substance. That is the most important reason why this evening I will focus my explanations about spiritual healing on energy healing. Because 99.999% of the atom is energy. Less than 1% is physical substance. Now we are entering energy healing, which is the unseen part of our body. The Balinese call it the Niskala part of the body. It is deeply understandable why the Balinese elders are deeply interested in the world Niskala, the unseen. Now it is proven by quantum physics, 99.999% is unseen. And those unseen energy is, those unseen parts of atom is energy. For your information, among all the energy, 70% is dark energy. Dark energy. We will talk about it later when there is appropriate time. This evening we will concentrate about energy healing. To enter the gate of energy healing, first of all, observe closely the source of energy drain. And since 99.99% of atom is energy, first of all, in order to heal ourselves using energy healing, observe closely the source of energy drain. As I keep sharing from one session to another session, the most important energy drain in human mind is negative, critical mind. I have been teaching meditation for more than 10,000 people, not saying 100,000. Maybe in social media, it has been million in social media. But in the moment when some friends who are full of illness from cancer, heart problem, digesting problem, cardiovascular, whatever, more than 95%, those people who are infected by disease, they are dominated by negative critical mind. Few of our members in spiritual family of compassion pass away already. We cannot help. After passing away, I look at them deeper using my spiritual eyes. The negative and critical mind are still there. First of all, if you want to heal yourself using the energy healing, be careful about negative and critical mind. To make the story deeper, there are a lot of research who concluding negative and critical mind destroy your brain. Not only hurting, not only disturb, but destroy your brain. The longer you are dominated by negative critical mind, the worse your brain will be. It is dangerous. So that's why in social media, almost every day without holiday, the spirit that I keep sharing in social media is positive, holistic mind. Just to stop the energy drain that comes from negative critical mind. Brain, as understood by the people of neuroscience, we have three kinds of brain in the context of energy healing, of course. We have thinking brain, we have doing brain, we have being brain. When it comes to the energy drain, most of energy drain come from the thinking mind. You may have a deeper discussion with people who have a chronic illness like cancer. The more you listen to them, the more you will understand that their thinking brain is very active. Why I'm infected by cancer? What wrong with me? Why should I be hospitalized by COVID-19? I have been praying, nothing wrong with me. But what happened with my connection with God? That is thinking mind. When it comes to the energy drain, most of energy drain that come out from the brain come from the thinking mind. Because thinking consuming a lot of energy. For your information, the weight of the brain is only 2%. 2% of the total weight of the body, 2%. But the energy which is consumed by the brain is nutrition, which is consumed by the brain more than 20%. But if you have a very strong thinking brain, the energy which is consumed by the brain even more than 20%. You can imagine how much energy draining that happens from the brain if you keep using thinking brain. Be careful. So that's why in the moment when you feel stressful, problem here, Leave behind the thinking brain. Learn to be the good friend of doing brain. What I mean by doing brain, do not think, simply do. Like what I usually do in ashram, sometimes wake up in the evening, finding that bad mood inside. My brain begin to think about this and that. Say goodbye to the thinking brain. Some sweeping the floor, sweeping in the garden, taking good care of the dove, taking good care of the fish, wild bird, leaving behind thinking brain into doing brain. You know, the bad mood is gone. The stress, goodbye. For that reason, remember, one of the important way to heal the negative critical mind. As soon as you have bad mood, even stress or depression, leave behind the thinking brain. Be the good friend of doing brain. Simply do something that you love. Do not think. I have been healing myself here in ashram for long enough times. So that's why the one day before yesterday, I told you how I healed my cataract in my right eyes. Leaving behind the thinking brain. Be the good friend of doing brain. What is the meaning of doing brain? Do something that you love. Simply do not think. Just in my case, I love gardening. I love to take good care of wild birds. In certain month, they made nests here. Wild birds, they are my good friend. Leaving behind thinking brain into doing brain. The best brain in this case, in the case of energy training, is being brain. Move from thinking brain to doing brain into being brain. What is being brain? Later I will explain to you about pure awareness. In the stage of meditation, the best medication that meditation can provide to you is pure awareness. That pure awareness, in the neuroscience, it is called being brain. That is how to heal the negative critical mind much deeper. Leaving behind thinking brain, be the good friend of doing brain, if possible. Enter the stage of being brain, which is pure awareness. The first source of energy drain, negative critical mind. The second source of energy drain is energy vampire. Energy vampire. For the reason that we do not know, sometimes we meet someone who can make us easily bad mood. Without talking, without discussing anything, something negative happened here. Just the feeling, just emotion, the feeling of unsuitable. Whenever they talk, we can easily get angry. That people are energy vampire. Say politely to those energy vampire, excuse me, I have another appointment. I have limited time. We will talk a little bit longer later and go politely. Take a healthy distance with energy vampire. If you cannot run away from energy vampire, put them as the teaching of being patient. Suppose that energy vampire is your husband, your wife, or your parent. You cannot run away from them. Put them as the teachers of being patient. The second source of energy draining is energy vampire. The third and the last source of energy vampire, since our time is limited, is chaotic environment. Chaotic environment. What I mean by chaotic environment is simple. The combination between fake news outside and fake news inside. Fake news outside, you know already. I have countless friends in Twitter land. Some of them are American. Simply unimaginable. The fake news, the countless fake news in Twitter. Usually I read, just smile. I cannot imagine in such advanced country there are fake news like that. Fake news outside, you know already, it can be social media, it can be television, it can be radio, it can be newspaper. But the more important thing is the fake news inside, which is our fear and our panic. The combination between fake news outside and fake news inside, fear, doubt, panic, it creates a very chaotic environment to your soul journey. That is also the very important source of energy drain. Before proceeding to the following subchapter, remember there are three sources of energy drain: negative and critical mind. The healer is leaving behind thinking mind into doing and being mind. The second source of energy drain, energy vampire. The last one, the chaotic environment, the combination between fake news outside and fake news inside. Now we are entering the second subchapter of energy healing, which is balancing the energy. For some reason, sometimes we have a lot of negative energy inside. It can be bad mood, it can be sad without any reason, sometimes being angry without any clear reasons. It is called unconsciousness in psychology. But whenever you are dominated by negative energy, quickly bring some positive energy inside. Focus on doing the things that you love. Focus on doing the things that you love. If you love play guitar, simply play guitar. If you love karaoke, sing a song in karaoke. Some friend who love gardening like me, do some gardening. Gardening make me well grounded to the energy of Mother Nature, make me well connected. Many spiritual secrets are hidden in the garden. First of all, in order to heal yourself using energy healing, remember, make the energy inside balance, especially when there are a lot of negative energy inside, like bad mood, sad, angry, jealous, resentment. Bring some positive energy inside as a balancing factor. It is easy to the beginner like us. The most important thing is to do what you love. To do what you love. So that's why every time I meet a person who have illness, my standard question is, what is your hobby? What is your hobby? Then I suggest, do your hobby. But the sad news is sometimes there is someone who is deeply sick but does not have any hobby. Wow, that's sad news. I have no hobby, Guruji. Oh, that is a problem. Balance your inner energy by bringing positive energy, which is the thing that you love. The following part of balancing energy, I keep refresh your memory. The one who know your body best is your own body. The one who know your body best is not medical doctor, is not psychologist, not psychiatrist, not only spiritual teacher like me, not also a spiritual teacher like me. The one who know your body best is your own body. For example, we all read in medical journal that medical doctor suggests us to walk 10,000 steps in a day. 10,000 steps a day. It is a good suggestion, but I myself do not follow that suggestion. Not saying that medical doctor is wrong. No. Not saying that the research is wrong. No, no. But when I'm tired, I do less than 10,000 steps a day. When I'm healthy and strong, I do more than 10,000. That is exactly what I mean by the one who know your body best is your own body. Listen to the wisdom of your body. That is another approach of balancing the energy inside. When you are tired, walk less than 10,000. When you're strong and healthy, walk more than 10,000. The same thing happened with sleep. Sometimes I also have a sleep less than 7 hours a day. As soon as the quality of my sleep less than 7 hours, usually I just laying down in the bed, laying down, just to neutralize the quality of the sleep at that time, which is below the standard of 7 hours. That is what I mean by balanced energy. Another approach of balancing the inner energy is positive, holistic mind. I keep sharing to my close friend, especially the violinist. Positive, holistic mind is like a holy water that we sprinkle to our innermost soul. Positive, holistic thinking. Here in Ashram Mawalukitesrawara, where I live, there are many people come here simply to say thank you. Some of them even waiting in front of the gate. As soon as I open, hey, what happened to you? How long have you been waiting? I've been waiting 2 hours. What are you going to say? They just said, Guruji, thank you. I have been healed by your message in social media. I keep saying to all of them, the one who healed you is not me. The one who heals you is your positive and holistic mind. Because the spirit behind my message is positive, holistic mind. The one who healed them is not Gare Brahma, but the energy of positive, holistic mind. Remember, without darkness there will be no light. Without mud there will be no lotus. In the same way, without sadness, there will be no happiness. Without pain, there will be no pleasure. If you experience no illness, you will never try to find the wellness. Darkness, light, illness, wellness, they are pair of the same wings of the soul, a pair. We cannot separate. That is what I mean by positive, holistic mind. Another approach of balancing the energy inside. I myself also sometimes have a problem in life. Sometimes. Something which is human. It happens to everyone. But the way I deal with the problem is far easier than in young age, because I have a positive, holistic mind. Any kind of problem, the problem will become much easier if you have a positive, holistic mind. That is another approach of energy healing, to make your inner energy balance inside. The deepest part of energy healing is entering self-fulfilling energy. Self-fulfilling energy. All the energy that you need is perfectly available inside. That is self-fulfilling energy. Professor Daniel Goleman, the professor of psychology in Harvard University, shared a beautiful story in YouTube. I watched this video more than once. Professor Daniel Goleman, together with his friend from Wisconsin University, brought a machines of EEG to certain locations of Himalaya where some of advanced yogi live. Daniel Goleman measured the wave of the brain of the yogi in that part of Himalaya. one thing that made me surprised, those yogi, this in our cycle of time, not in the ancient time, in our cycle of time, those advanced yogi, they can enter the wave of gamma less than 5 seconds. It's simply unimaginable to the beginner like us. Unimaginable. To most commoner like us, when we meditate, we begin with the wave of beta. From beta we enter alpha. From alpha we enter theta. From theta we enter delta. By then, if we are blessed, we can enter the wave of gamma. But strangely, in our time, now when it comes to self-fulfilling energy, someone entering the wave of gamma, what the yogi call as enlightenment, using the language of neuroscience, someone is entering the wave of gamma. To make the idea practical, what is self-fulfilling energy using the language of meditation? Pure awareness. Pure awareness. In Tibet, it is called Rigpa. In Bali, it is called Sangyang Umbang, the ultimate silence. In the Silence Day especially, I keep sharing this message to some of Balinese friends. Since bad and good, true and false, dark and night, dark and light are part of the same dancings of perfection, there are no more words which are needed. The only thing we need is smile and silence. That is pure awareness. In that stage of pure awareness, you are beginning to enter the stage of self-fulfilling energy. You have all the energy inside to heal yourself. That is self-fulfilling awareness. To put the idea more practical, now we are entering the practical ideas. That is philosophical ideas. Now the more practical ideas. Imagine water flowing in the river. Those thoughts, emotion, ideas, bad memory, good memory, the dark past, the bright future. It is like the flowing water in the river. But you are not those flowing water. You are a witness who is standing in the bank of the river. That is the practical explanations about pure awareness. You are beginning to be free from the monkey mind. The monkey mind is no longer dominating you. The monkey mind is still there, but the monkey mind is no longer become your master. You are now the witness of those monkey mind. Let me repeat once again what I mean by pure awareness, which help you to open the key of self-fulfilling energy. Ideas, feeling, emotion, thought, bad memory, good memory, numbness, being blamed, being praised, the feeling of being failure, success. It is all like flowing water in the river. You are no longer those flowing water. You are now a witness standing in the bank of the river. The monkey mind is still there, but they are no longer dominating you. The monkey mind is still there, but you are now the witness of that monkey mind. That is what I mean by pure awareness. The other clearer explanation about pure awareness, just to help you entering the gate of self-fulfilling energy. One of the Zen master, which is very famous in US, his name is Sunryu Suzuki. Sunryu Suzuki who is the author of Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, make a short conclusion about his idea. Those monkey mind can come from the front door and getting out from the back door, but do not serve them any tea. Let me repeat once again. Those monkey mind, sad, glad, true, false, fake news outside, fake news inside, let them enter the front door. Let also them getting out from the back door, but do not serve them any tea. What Sunryu Suzuki mean by do not serve them any tea? Do not respond to those monkey mind by thinking. Do not respond to those monkey mind by speaking. Do not respond to those monkey mind by acting. No need, no need. Yesterday and the day before yesterday, thanks God, this evening we do not experience that. By the time we discuss some light, there are some explosion happen here in front of ashram. Fireworks. Near New Year, near New Year. We do not respond. Not responding by thinking, not responding by speaking, not responding by acting. That is what I mean by pure awareness. Many things can happen outside, but we do not respond. In the language of Sunryu Suzuki, those fireworks can come from front door, can go out from back door. Do not serve them any tea. Do not respond with any thinking, speaking, and acting. Do not talk, oh, those villagers are uneducated, No need to talk about it. They don't have any certificate. Even they don't have any certificate for primary school. No need to talk about it. Because the more you talk, the more you will be sucked by the current. You will be drawn in the current of the river. No need, no need. That is the stage of pure awareness, which open the gate of self-fulfilling energy. When it comes to healing energy, that is the most important part of healing energy. Entering the gate of self-fulfilling energy, pure awareness. According to my conclusion, those advanced yogi in the Himalaya found by Daniel Goleman, which able to enter the wave of Gamma less than 5 seconds, I strongly believe they enter the stage of pure awareness. Now, the last part of my presentation this evening, how exactly the steps entering the energy healing. First of all, remember, like I keep sharing to you, be the good friend of the gap, the gap. When meditate, feel the gap between in-breath and out-breath. Less than 1 second. Simply feel, without negative, without positive. That is very powerful technique I will say to you. Feel the gap between in-breath and out-breath. The same thing also happen, that is when do sitting meditation. The same thing happen also in daily life. In 1 second, I'm thinking about Pak Darmin. Oh, Pak Darmin. In the following second, I'm thinking about Pak Koming. Oh, Pak Koming. Between the thought about Pak Darmin and Pak Koming, there is a gap. In the moment when I sweep the floor, this is my daily exercise in ashram, sweep the floor. The first movement, the second movement, between first movement and second movement, there is a gap. Between second movement to the third movement, there is a gap. Focus on the gap. That is very powerful. The same thing also happen with memory. Some of you suddenly remember about your girlfriend in teenager. Wow, it's beautiful, sexy, memory, good memory. As soon as you are visited by good memory, come bad memory. Your angry father. Between the good memory of girlfriend and bad memory about angry father, there is a gap. Focus on the gap. There is a very practical way in daily life to enter the stage of self-fulfilling energy, pure awareness. The gap. I practice it already to myself. The healing power is very powerful. Like what I said 2 days ago, when I was still active in Jakarta, usually once or 2 times in a year, I got flu. Sometimes 3 times in a year when I was very busy. But as soon as I retired, I got flu only once in 8 years. You may ask Dr. Eka Imbawan, our medical chief in Spiritual Family of Compassion. I asked Dr. Eka Imbawan the flu medicine only once at the beginning of my retirement, 2012. That is the direct impact of connecting the mind with the gap. Not only the gap between two breaths, but the gap between two thoughts. Thinking about mother, thinking about father. Between the two, there is gap. Sweeping the first movement, the second movement, there is gap. Second movement to the third gap. The same thing also happened to the memory. Like what I did yesterday, there is here fireworks. Door! The following door! Do not concentrate on the voice. Door! The gap. Angry will never appear if you focus on the gap. Sometimes here there are barking dog. Gong, 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 gong. Between first gong and the second gong, there is gap. That is a very easy way to access pure awareness in daily life. Focus on the gap. In the deep meditation, which is inspired by quantum physics, there is a conclusion like this. This conclusion is very important. As soon as you are perfectly in one with the present, you enter the quantum field, which is full of possibility. Let me repeat once again. This is very important. As soon as you are one with the present, you enter the quantum field. What is quantum field? Is the reality which is full of possibility. Maybe certain illness cannot be healed by modern science. But as soon as you enter the quantum field, anything which is possible. How to enter the quantum field? The world which is full of possibility. Perfectly being one with the present. So that's why I keep saying to all of you in the guided meditation, accept, flow, smile, to help you being one with the present. Because in the moment you are perfectly one with the present, you open the gate of quantum field, which is full of possibility. That is the practical way to enter self-fulfilling energy, pure awareness. Remember one thing, the gap. The second secret that I'm going to open to you this evening in related with spiritual healing, it is the energy of gratitude. This is the last part of my presentation this evening about gratitude. Gratitude also the energy that help you well connected with the present. So that's why in my daily life, I say the words thank you countless times every day. drinking, eating, sleeping, waking up in the morning, finding my body healthy, my wife healthy, my children, my grandson. There are a lot of students in spiritual family of compassion. There are countless things that make me saying thank you every day, countless times. The reason why I whisper the beautiful prayer of thank you every day, because I want to bring the light inside using the spirit of gratitude. Not only the gap make us well connected with the present, gratitude also make us well connected to the present. Now let me share to you the deeper explanations about gratitude. First of all, when you feel gratitude, for example, this evening I'm healthy. Thanks God for the health. Few hours ago, when I speak using Zoom to the Balinese friend, suddenly my wife came using, Pa, meaning she want to be kissed, I'm teaching, gratitude. In the moment you feel gratitude, first of all, the explanations about the brain. In the moment you feel gratitude, you tell your brain, I get what I desire. In the moment you say thank you, gratitude, you whisper to your brain, I get what I desire. In that moment, brain will respond by producing positive biochemical reaction. It is called growth hormone like oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, which make the immune system getting better, the digesting system getting better, and the other system in the body also getting better. That is the direct impact of gratitude to the brain. Remember, as soon as you feel gratitude, you whisper to your brain, I am getting what I desire. As a result, brain responding by producing positive biochemical reaction, which is growth hormone like dopamine. That is the brain explanations about gratitude. The second explanation about gratitude, in the moment you feel gratitude, you whisper to Mother Universe, Mother Universe, I am perfectly loved. Remember, in the moment when you feel gratitude, you whisper to Mother Earth, Mother Universe, I am perfectly loved. The word I am perfectly loved, meaning that you are perfectly well connected. And as you all know, spiritual connection is the root of all healing and peace. And gratitude, in the moment of gratitude, you whisper to Mother Earth, Mother Universe, Mother Universe, I am love. When you whisper to Mother Universe, I am loved, meaning that you are well connected, and spiritual connections is the root of all healing and peace. The third and the last part of gratitude, in the moment of gratitude, you feel directly that God is inside. You whisper to God, God, you are inside me. I no longer seek for the God outside. The feeling of deep gratitude, whispering to God, God, you are now inside. I no longer seek the God outside. That is the most powerful explanations about gratitude. In short, before I close my presentation, it is not only the gap connecting you to the present, the quantum field, the field which is available countless possibility. It is not the gap. The gratitude also make you well connected to the present. For that reason, never tired to feel gratitude. Never tired to feel gratitude. First of all, it is good to your brain. Since brain is the master organ in our body, as soon as brain is healthier, another organ also getting healthier. Second one, remember, in the moment of gratitude, you whisper to Mother Universe, Mother Universe, I am now loved. I am perfectly loved. That the mantra for spiritual connection. And spiritual connection is the root of all healing and peace. The last part, remember, when you feel deeply gratitude, you whisper to God, God, you are now inside. As I keep sharing in guided meditation, gratitude is a direct meeting with God as love. God, you are now inside. And I am no longer seeking God outside. That is the most beautiful part of gratitude. For that reason, thank you and deep gratitude for your patience watching my presentation this evening. Thank you and deep gratitude. May the light that flowing through me dispel some part of your inner darkness. Thank you. Sabesata Bhavantu Sukhitata. May all beings are happy. Sarvesam Santir Bhavati. May all souls blossom into peace. The last part, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace in the lower, peace in the middle, peace in the upper realm. Deep thank you and deep gratitude.